Alright, front right. I turn this on. Freezer can be conquered with light markers, light makers later on. Back door where you got the picture will be 100% death. Back inside and to the right. I assume you mean the other door in here. I haven't gone that way yet. Alright, I can decide where the energy power goes with this. Let's see. Morgue lift security. Well, we don't know what we're gonna need yet, because we haven't found the morgue, we haven't found the lift, and we haven't found security yet. Yes, those are the crows, I think. Yeah, just one at a time, huh? Dining hall, entrance. Yeah, we don't have any of these locations yet. Yeah, I knew we had to go to this after we turned on the power. We found this while it was still powered down. I guess I'll turn on lift just in case, but I imagine we'll have to come back as we figure out what we need power for. Looks like a number panel, as if for a cash machine, but way older. Bloody shame there's no electricity for it. Safety lock. Can't unlock it unless I remove it. Can't move the gate, I'll have to find another way. Interesting. Yep, security. Lift was not the answer. Alright. Turn on that security. Yeah, there's the flying monkeys from the Wizard of Oz.
Nope.
Huh. Oh, this is our stupid puzzle number. Someone put the number back in chat again. 7643331. 7, 6, 4, 3, 3, 3, 1. All right. We spent all the time with the picture.
Wait. What are these documents?
They're documents.
Dr. Berenice Prestigard. Okay, let's see.
Yep, stinky puzzle over. It's good puzzles from here on out.
Ariadne was by far the most productive to date. Not because of the conversation we had, for her mind continues to adhere to the usual extravagant patterns, but because today she asked to get her things back, which led me to a surprising discovery. Down in the storage room, I was convinced I would not find any of the belongings taken from her when she was admitted, but there was nothing further from the truth. There was a diary and a music box.
And then we listened to the music
After handing
box.
the box to Ariadne, I quickly browsed through the diary, which apparently belonged to her father. And that's where it gets interesting. After years of researching paranormal phenomena, Argus Legrand's investigation led him to the Abbey of St. Cecilia, where a cursed concert had supposedly taken place. After spending a considerable amount of money, he got his hands on the only remaining sheet music from the concert, and convinced an acclaimed musician to play the music one more time.
What a jerk.
The new cursed concert would take place on a steamer that would sail down the Rhine.
Additionally, he was like a drawn face
And both
next to two
Legrand and
actual
his
photos.
assistants would be there to contemplate the true effects of the song. After the concert, the tycoon wrote the following in his diary. Those ignorant, illiterate fools. I can only laugh at their curse and their stupidity. The only misfortune that damn song has brought is a hole in my bank account. Alas, at least I take the melody with me.
Why would he be disappointed that he didn't go insane and
play it
die?
each day for my family. Ha! Those drunk, lazy bastards. Their misfortune was caused by their own stupidity and bad blood. Wanting to put the blame on a song is yet another sample of their total lack of culture.
And then he murdered
Officer
his
Grant
family
never
in
knew
a
that the Steed
blind,
suffered a strange
mad
accident
rage.
just hours after he got off, that killed everyone on board. And yet his thoughts on the melody eventually changed. They
Yeah,
did
'cause everyone died.
change.
Shit, God. August Le Grant. What circus did that damn clown come from? This is unbelievable.
How did I end up here? No, it's nothing of use to me, just manuals for electronic equipment from the turn of the century. There isn't much left on this pile of film reels in the box besides rust and decay. Can't go out through here. That gate's probably what separates the cells from the staff and all the rest. Doesn't look like it could be opened. It was. It was a cursed concert. Everyone that attended went insane and died. Heavily inspired, I assume, by The King in Yellow. The film projector is older than the antique one I have at home, and it still works.
I've got to block the door!
You see, she says I gotta block the door. That's helpful. Other guy just stammered. And then he died.
Damn door. Don't you ever open again.
Look, maybe some of these film reels have survived. Too bad it's locked. Alright, we need to find something that lets us get through there. There's some corpses. Rich people to blame? This game is more realistic than I thought. It can always be traced back to rich people ruining things. Oh shite, this never ends, does it? Wherever I go, all I see is death. I gotta make the communist national anthem a button I can press anytime we start talking about a fucking ruling class. Stupid mannequin. I thought it was something else altogether and almost had a heart attack. I could get under this table. Alright, that's good. So you could upset Patrick. Sure, I could protect a film reel if I find one. Alright, so we're looking for a key to open that cupboard. And we got another door in here. Okay, am I pointing at it? I am pointing at the other door now. Wait. It's on the other side of the fucking projector. Maybe lift the curtain and go underneath it? No? Alright, well. You insist on not going there. Gonna update my, my little backup here. Try and keep this character safe, because we all have crushes on her. Alright, up the stairs we go. I'm very nervous every time we go away from a hidey hole now that I don't have my anti-hidey hole tarot cards. The place looks like it was a breeding ground for chaos. Chaos reigns. Oh, that's a lot of doors. Seems safe. Why do you have the photo? Documents don't get discarded after you use them. Resident had a piano. Will it sound any good? Interesting, this hole in the wall connects the two rooms, though there's some kind of canvas covering the other side. Oh no! I'm sorry. Is there information I'm supposed to be looking at right now? Alright, there's probably a document we could find that will give us the keys we need to play on the piano. Looks like the cupboard's empty.
Huh.
Patient enjoyed playing the violin, as I do the guitar. I'm glad we are allowed to pass the time this way. He pinned music sheets to the wall as if they were going to forbid it. I suppose this was a mental hospital after all. Oh, you could hear creepy music playing. Looks like the cupboard's empty. Got a new hidey hole, I imagine. Perfect. Frickin' light your lighter! It doesn't like the light, but it likes the song. Oh. Those are the notes on the wall there. I guess I need a light source that I could place down. Otherwise we can't read the actual notes there. Alright. Oh boy, alright. Let's play the Don't Breathe game here. I missed my tarot cards. They kept me safe from a bunch of these things. Although I wouldn't have chosen this one, because this one's pretty easy. We've never failed this one. It does last a painfully long time, though. He heard something outside the door, so he's currently focusing on the door. Good night, Pope. Sleep well. Yeah, once we have a light source, I imagine we'll do the piano puzzle. Latched from the other side. I like the creepy music, though. I dig it. I think we're good here. Tins, brushes, paint supplies, in case it wasn't clear what the last occupant's hobby was. He liked drawing naked people, pervert. The quality of the drawings is astonishing. I wonder if this person was famous in their day. The painting was never finished, but it was looking good. I think only an institutionalized artist would think to prep their palette next to a gramophone. What's the problem with doing paint preparation next to a gramophone? This half-finished drawing looks like it was put here to cover what's ever on the other side. Yes.
Well, look who had a little secret.
Looks like there's enough room for the light to shine through the boards. Alright, that lets us use the musical notes in the other room now. It's stuck. Why the hell would they put these boards here? Interesting, that mannequin looks like it's made... I guess it could be made of any kind of material. It kind of looks plastic, and I'm thinking of the date here. This would be... I think 1920 is the date we were given for this location before it was shut down. I wonder what they made mannequins out of in 1920. A Bible. Pass. I was a believer when I was a kid, but was never able to reconcile the idea of a benevolent God with my mother dying of cancer with so much life ahead of her. Even less so now. Guess we'll do the piano. Any old whisper stream will fix that. I know this isn't whispering, but it is a stream. Got you covered in at least that regard. Alright. Okay, we just want to play the ones in the light, I imagine. Ceramic, porcelain, plaster. I don't know if it would be plaster. Plaster would make it unreasonably heavy. If it were hydrocal, it would be relatively chip resistant. 2 chopsticks. No, says Sally. You think we should play the ones that are in the shadow? It does say it doesn't like the light, but it likes the song. Chris Reed. I did read. I was assuming that because it doesn't like the light, we wanted to play the light ones. But if we want to do it so it likes it, I guess we'll go with the dark ones. Alright, let's see. You got no one on Xbox to play games with? Additionally, how's it going, Deadly Dragon? Your font color is exactly the same as Sally's, so I was like, whoa. We're getting a little confused there for a second. Alright, let's see. Let's play the darkened notes. First one is... that one. Next up, we got that one. Right? Yeah, yeah. Alright, next we got this one. Followed up by... that one's hard to see in the dark. I believe it's this one. Yeah. And then the one with a box and a dot in the center. And the first one again. And then squiggly with a line next to it. Two dots. That has one dot. Has to be that one, even though there's only one dot present. Fail completely trying to get your old account back, but you decided this starting new would be okay? Starting fresh. Alright, circle guy. First one again. Oh, it played it! That's good. I was getting worried for a second there. Skip, skip. Circle one again. Kind of pointy, A-shaped one. Yep. The one that's really hard to see again. Which I think was... this one. Yeah. One that looks like the letter Y is the final one. But it's bad to hear the song. You don't want to hear the song. Piano key. A key pulled from a piano due to the peculiar sound it made. Oh, a small key hidden inside a piano key. That's smart. They hid a key inside this key. They hid a key inside this thing, it says. It should have been, that's smart. They hid a key inside a key. This looks just about the same size as the one that opens my little cabinet at home. I doubt it opens a door. Alright, map.
That melody. God, that just made my hair stand on end.
Yeah, no, you don't want to listen to the song. That's like the whole thesis of this game. Alright, we can go back down to the film projection room, and that should open the door with the film reels in it. I should probably finish exploring the doors upstairs first, though. Artist room we already did. The wood of the drawers is twisted and warped. No one can open that. It is a nice song. It's too bad that whoever hears it is driven insane. Alright, this room's a go. That's an alligator. Mate, there's even a stuffed crocodile. Interesting hobby. Or maybe there were souvenirs of profession. More stuffed creatures along with a few trophies.
Yes.
Taxidermist instructions. She blinks, awoken by hunger. 'Tis nighttime, and she listens. She takes flight, swift, lethal, silent. You scream as she tears you away from yourself. Satisfied, she lands on her nest, and hoots to the wind, announcing her victory. Her firm grasp paralyzes you, and blood spills as she feasts. She swells and beats her wings, and satiated, she sleeps. Alright, well, this guy really liked owls, I guess. The stuffed toad is funny. I've always liked amphibians for whatever reason, though not as much as arachnids, to be honest. Guess I'm a weirdo. Curious contraption. I don't think the patient was doing too well health-wise if it needed this in their room. You can still hear the creepy music in the background. This looks like a tiny Noah's Ark. Weird thing to think is looking at a bunch of taxidermied animals. Taxidermied animals. You don't have any functional audio devices that work, so you have to stream audio off your iOS device. You could probably get relatively cheap headphones to plug into whatever you're using your Xbox on. Or even get those special headphones that plug into the Xbox controller. Alright, won't budge. I figure a bunch of these doors probably don't open. Emergency cabinet with a jammed, useless lock. I need to find something I can pick it with. Alright, so that's a picking situation and not a small key situation. Oh. Completely blocked. Locked. None of these are given. Oh, that actually has a key symbol, so we'll be able to open that one later. Nope, not opening that door. That's a death door. That one seems fine. Alright, so up here there's one door we'll be able to unlock later when we get a particular key for it. There's a thing we need to lockpick, and there's a door that if we ever open it, we will die. So don't ever open that door. But back to the film projection room. That's where we can make our next little chunk of progress here. I don't like this. Oh, actually, this room has a hidey hole, so this room's fine. Fine by me. Use. An old audiovisual recording. The sound recording is from 1920, a rare and unique collector's item. I do like that because she is the antiquarian's daughter, she knows antiques. Film projector's older than the antique one I have at home, still works. Let's use the film reel. Buckle up for a creepy movie.
See this mysterious film.
Interview with Ariadne. Oh, I wonder if the psychiatrist was the other corpse we saw in the other realm. I'm playing as a psychiatrist. Interesting. I say she's just standing there looking at the camera. You know, weirdo. I see the music box is open. That's bad for your health. Maybe conduct your interview? What are you doing, lady?
Hi, Ariadne. How are you? Do you feel like talking today? You know, I think you're right, but I don't see things like you do. If you don't feel like talking, you can draw. Whatever comes to you first.
I should give something to Ariadne so she can draw. There's a box with paints on the table. Was the kid doesn't have arms? Can't reach 3 feet?
Turn off the light. It doesn't like the light. The light? Who doesn't like the light, Ariadne? Who is that old lady? It's me. We can listen to your box if you want. Sometimes I hear you playing it when I pass by your room.
Ariadne's waiting for the cursed music box. Watch as the psychiatrist gets stuck on the corner of a table.
No. No, you don't hear them. You don't see it or understand it. What don't I see? Tell me how to understand you, Ariadne. Sleep. Like me, in my bed. You want me to sleep with you? It's normal not to want to sleep alone. Sometimes I get scared at night. Not here. At home. Daddy, Mommy, and Elaine sleep there. And they understand.
Oh, the dead people.
You mean you want me to sleep at your house? Yes. Sleep there and listen to the song. And then you'll talk to me. Oh, who's this gentleman? Is it your daddy? No. It's Mr. Neuer.
Mr. Neuer. That's a new name.
What the hell? Was she talking about Daniel in 1920?
Oh.
If this is a joke, it's not funny. Not even close.
Forgot Daniel's last name was Neuer. Can't make anything intelligible out of these labels. I don't think I'll find any answers here. First experiment report. Experiment details of a study conducted by Dr. Berenice Prestegard. Procedure report 031-01. Patient Ariane Legrand Amsberg. Therapist Dr. Berenice Prestegard. Description. The volunteers are divided into 2 groups, the experimental group and the control group. The 12 test subjects will be placed in individual padded cells. The 6 subjects from the control group, north, will live there for the duration of the experiment but will not experience any other changes in their usual routine. The 6 subjects in the experimental group, south, including Ariadne, will be played 2 cycles of the song from the music box daily. approximately 4 minutes. This procedure will continue for 21 consecutive days. Notes: the patient is expected to verify that the melody has no effect on people, and this, in fact, is presumed to help in the treatment of her mental condition, which does not seem to improve at all nor respond to other treatments. Regardless of the results and given the young age of the patient, electroshock is not recommended under any circumstances. I look forward to getting, like, report 2. Oh shit, everyone's losing their goddamn marbles. The experiment went real bad. Where am I now? Bunch of grungy pliers. Can't be open from this side. This puts me back out there. What's up, Sally? Don't go in any of the padded cells. Oh, right. Yeah, the cells are apparently a 1 in 6 chance of death without the proper tool. Alright, no padded cells, gotcha.
Something is giving me the creeps.
Nope, getting out of the morgue. Ain't going in there until I turn the power on for the morgue. Ah. I'm nervous. Don't like this one. Come on.
This makes no sense at all. How could this happen?
It's a 5 out of 6 chance of death. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. Is there... I want to go back and turn on the power from morgue. Are these the padded cells? Cells must be soundproof, like the doors to the exist. Oh yeah, no, these are definitely the padded cells. Ain't going in any of those. What is this? Closet? I can fit in the closet if I squeeze. Perfect. Everyone's got tentacles coming out of their mouths and hands coming out of their butts, and I think this may have been a bad idea. This was to be expected. The lift's transmission belt is so worn out, it's as if there was nothing. We need a new transmission belt for the lift. Obviously didn't work, so now you have to check if it has any power before you do that. Alright, so it looks like morgue is our next destination, but I feel like we probably want to have power in the morgue before we go in there. Guess we need to go back through the projection room. This is a scary part of the map. Am I back where I need to be? Yes. Oh, this is the morgue! You went in the wrong room, you stupid idiot. Close that door? It's straight across. Next experiment, I'm going to listen to the music box and see what happens. Oh boy. So one of those doors might be safe, and the other ones are all just instant death. That's a bad series of rooms. I imagine it's random, right? We're heading back out to turn on the morgue power. The fact that, like, morgue power was an option makes me think it's very important that we do not go in there without the power on. Otherwise, it wouldn't be an option. Glad to be back, glad to be back. Skyrim Online is free on Xbox. Not bad. If you like MMOs, it's an enjoyable experience. I'm not really a big MMO person myself, so I have trouble getting into those games, but Jimmy is a fan. He plays that game. Alright, morgue. Now let's go check out the morgue. You know what I should have done while we were in that outage for a moment was update our Keeping This Lady Safe collection here. There we go. Now we don't have to worry about her death again. How come the ghosts don't haunt the rats? They're here. Teach them a goddamn lesson. We must keep her safe, for she is a precious goth antiquarian. Alright, morgue, I guess. I wonder what our end goal is, and when will she know? Oh, sorry, let me fix that bot for you. Whenever we get disconnected, this happens. Alright, bot, let's go ahead and close it. And then bring it back to life. Oh, wrong button. Oh boy. Click on that. Double click on that. Back. Click, click. Click. Alright, in a few seconds it should return. Alright, morgue. I think we're safe.
What's going on?
Are we doing the cold thing? Old hospital equipment. It's worthless junk now. I feel like if they abandoned a hospital of any kind,
That was so strange.
they would probably take the time to take the bodies out of the place, though.
Oh,
Are you honestly saying that someone tied a belt to the door to block the fridge full of corpses?
Huh.
Gonna need this belt. Now we got a lift belt. Torn in half, like the last belt I gave my boyfriend. I'll have to find a way to fix it. Oh, I gotta fix it first. All of this shit. It wasn't even a week ago that I got back from traveling. I don't even recognize myself. What, my boyfriend? My friends? How the hell am I supposed to go back to normal?
right.
A sharp surgical instrument. Point is still sharp. Better not cut myself with this. Alright, got a scalpel. Death. More and more death.
What's wrong with that door?
Spooky.
Fuck! Fuck!
It's gonna say, yep, that's a death door at the moment. Second experiment report. This is what I want to find out more about. Monitoring of the experimental process detailed in report 031-1. Notes. 2 of the patients in the experimental group have disappeared. I was doing rounds in the East Wing when I began to hear screams coming from the cells. I went in that direction to try and calm the patients down, but they were non-responsive. I'm not even sure if they could hear me. Their screaming was so loud. I ran to the security room and returned with the manager. As soon as he opened the cell, we saw that it was empty. We could hear shrieking sounds all around us, so it was impossible to know for sure, but I swear the loudest screams were coming from the very room we were about to enter. Besides, as soon as we opened the door, all of the screaming ceased at once. We've checked the rest of the cells and one of them is empty, but no one moved any of the patients. What the hell is going on? I must get to the bottom of this. You're not sure, but it may not be safe. It seems like it might be the case that it's not safe. Found a pair of headphones, congratulations. Anything else over here? This is where they wash the instruments. Old hospital equipment. I think the belt is why we're here, but I need something to finish the belt connection. You're cooking food? What are you cooking? It's a strong light and surprisingly still working, shining on the fridges on the wall. What are you making? Tell us all about your food. Alright, I think it's time to go. You're attempting lamb/beef keema. I'm unsure what keema is. Let's see. I could try the belt. Suppose it's worth a shot. It would be smart to replace a ruined belt with a broken one. I'll have to fix this first. Yeah, no, we still need to fix that. Let's go back. Do not enter any of those cells. That would be suicide. God, I wish we could open these gates. While you do this, you're playing Star Citizen, just to piss off people in this channel. Who in this channel has problems with Star Citizen? I don't understand. Has anyone here been like, man, fuck Star Citizen? Explain yourself. Maybe with the scalpel we can pick the lock upstairs?
I've got to block the door!
I missed something in the morgue? Alright, we'll go back to the morgue. Maybe it's where...
What the hell is going on?
Alright, what we miss in the morgue? Oh, my fingers! What the heck, lady? Alright. Death, more death. I assume he's talking about the spooky ghosts that we're trying to get through when we slammed our door and their precious fingies. This is where they wash the tools. Old hospital equipment that's worthless now. All of this shit, right? How do we go back to normal? Buggies. I was just trying to say hi. Oh man, messed up. Strong light, surprisingly still working, pointing at the fridges. Are you sure we missed something in here, Sally? I'm not getting any prompts anywhere in here. Got the 2 experiment reports. It says the light should illuminate a fridge you need to go into. It's a strong light, surprisingly still working and shining on the fridges. I mean, it was shining on these where I got the belt. Was it saying I was supposed to take the belt? I'm assuming it was lighting up the belt, because that's what I took off those particular fridges. It's exactly where I picked it up. It says I need to go in. It's not letting me interact with the fridges at all. Alright, we'll pop in there one more time. Just for safety's sake. This game confuses you? Understandable. It might even be a situation where, like, a particular character might do that, and, like, for us, it's not a thing we need to do right now. Or we're supposed to come back to the morgue later. Like, this is what it's pointing at. I'm rubbing my face all over these. I'm getting nothing. The only thing I get is death, 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 death. There's a freezer in the back of the morgue that you can open. You'll get the familiar question mark option. Alright, getting the A there. Yeah, I'm getting nothing on these boys. This sex dungeon's particularly well done. There's a lot to like about this game. I really don't have that many complaints. Barring a few instant death mechanics and some puzzles that are a bit on the, like, really side of things. Well, maybe we have to go back to the morgue at some point. But for right now, I do not get a prompt on those freezers. The only new thing I have right now is the scalpel. You think I need to play some door roulette? Really? With the fucking scary doors? Alright, we're gonna back up our file and we'll try the scary doors. I like that Sally got timed out just now for a situation where there's a chance they're like, no, don't talk to the ghost, don't do it. I have a scalpel, right? Yeah, scalpel. A sharp surgical implement. I might be able to use that to pick the lock. We need something to finish repairing the belt. We have the 6 padded cells, but they really just seem like death as far as I can tell. Time for me to get out my... make sure we don't die with this character thing here. Give me 1 second. Because sometimes this game can be a little arcane. Trust your instincts. There are no instincts. I don't have those. I gave those up for Lent. Death. Oh. This map says we're safe in one of those doors. I'm gonna try that one door. We might lose the character again, in which case I hope you're ready for us to load the game again. Necron, how's it going, Necron? Look at map. Compare it to other map. Let's see what happens if I open this door. Alright, all of the other doors are death. This is the one that we're allowed to open.
Good.
Syringe, an instrument used to inject medicine. I hate syringes. Should I take this drawing? Yes. Ariane's lost drawing. Collectible item, depiction of a scene that must take place. This is a scene that must take place. Interesting. Oh, I guess we can only have one of her drawings at a time. Wait. Change. Alright, we have 2 drawings. I see. You don't mind rotating cast of characters, but it should not be this easy to lose someone, especially when you spend so much time getting accustomed to them. Oh, Necron, have you not seen any of this game before? Song of Horror? It's a very interesting horror game. I'm very much enjoying it. We're talking about some of our quibbles with it right now, so don't let that color your opinion too much. Because overall, I am very positive on this game. I really enjoy the story and a lot of the world building that goes on in this. But we're about to discuss an aspect of the game that we are somewhat not positive on. But to get everyone up to speed, this game has chapters, and each chapter has a cast of characters. You can choose who to send in, and if they die, there's permadeath. And not just that, it's also the person who died could be a ghost that can murder your character later on. So you actually could add a hazard to the world by having a character die, which is pretty interesting. The game's narrative changes depending on who is alive and who is dead. So if you lose certain characters, the storyline will change a little bit. Breeding ground for chaos. Punishing but fascinating, yes. This door is locked from the other side, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's a pretty neat mechanic, and for the most part, the ways you die are preventable. For the most part. There are little encounters that happen. Have I lost anyone yet? We are roughly at 50% survival rate. Alright, let's see if I can pick this. So, we've lost... In Chapter 1, we lost 2 out of 4 characters. In Chapter 2, we lost 1 out of 4 characters. In Chapter 3, I lost 2 out of 3 characters. Chapter 4, I lost 2 out of 4. And now in Chapter 5, I've lost 1 out of... I'm actually not sure on the cast for this one. We lost a character, but instead of going to one of the other ones, we could select a surviving character from Chapter 4 who was not selectable, called and said, I wanna participate. So, she actually injected herself into the story, a surviving character from a previous chapter. So... There's a lot of, avoidable deaths in the idea that, you can listen to a door and hear if it's safe. You'll hear spooky noises, and it's no, fuck that door. You'll be chased by a ghost or something. There's mechanics at play there that you can use to avoid the death. So sometimes it can be a little bit hard, but when you lose the character, it's oh, I messed up, so I understand that. Every once in a while, though, there is a death that doesn't really feel fair. In this place, there are 6 padded cells, and one of the 6 padded cells is safe. The other 5 are instant death, and you cannot hear behind the door. So, that one bothers me a little bit. You don't like watching your dudes die when the alternative could really just be stay home and eat Cheetos? I can understand where you're coming from, but as a horror fan, I like that my characters are not safe. Because you watch a horror movie, when you become attached to a character, a lot of the tension in the horror movie is, will this character survive? Horror movies are usually exciting / scary because you are watching characters that are vulnerable. They can die. Obviously, rewatching a movie, that experience changes, and you're just experiencing it. But your first time watching a horror movie, you don't know who's going to make it. Horror games usually give you an impossible-to-lose character. You die, but you just start where you died. A checkpoint, a save point. Resident Evil, my character dies, I load at the last typewriter. This game doesn't do that. This game has characters that you can become attached to, and then you could lose them. Don't give me that much agency in a horror game. You see, that's the thing, though. I think this makes it more affecting. I think this is better at being a horror game than most other horror games. Like, most other horror games, I don't have that sense of dread. Like, I just get frustrated, or I just write it off as an action game with horror tropes on there. You feel like that's why they have instant death stuff, because otherwise you could never you could never die. That's true, you could go through this game and never lose a character. And on your second playthrough, you could go through and experience a different story, because you'll have characters that weren't alive the first time. This game would be far too stressful. Like, I'm saying that I think these are good mechanics for the most part. I just don't like the ones where it feels unfair to me. If you put me somewhere I don't want to be, don't give me the plausible option to just not. But you're not this character. Like, you're controlling this character, but she has personal stakes in the story. Her father died because of this cursed music box. She's involved. Like, she has personal stakes in the matter. I could see your argument for the character that we lost first. The psychologist was just a friend of Daniel's. And, you know what? I would accept that just fine, because, like, I would do that for a friend. If Jimmy called me and was like, I'm being haunted by a cursed doll, I swear the god is trying to bite my cock off, like, I would help him out. I would risk my safety to help a friend in that situation. The characters that I agree with you would be Chapter 1's security character, who's like, I gotta check and see if the security's working in this house. She had no business being in the story. Chapter 2's police officer, who the first time he saw a dead man try and murder him, has no business staying in the story. But everyone else, they have personal stakes in the story, and I understand why they stick around. Too bad you missed a lot of it. Hey, you could always check out the VODs. I back everything up. So everything I've done in this game still exists. So if you want to see what you missed, check out the VODs. Hey, I was right. We could, in fact, pick the lock using that. A heavy metallic box. Damn, that's heavy. I should open and see what's inside. It's open. Why would I want to do anything? Wait, what? The container is empty. There's nothing useful inside. I picked up something, right? Yeah, right here. Can I open it?
Oh.
Open. There we go. A box of flares. A metallic box containing emergency flares. Haha! Let's see what you've been hiding all this time. I could use them to light dark areas, or to accidentally burn this place down. Interesting. Oh, technically, it restarted. Can you put a single treat directly in front of Benji's snoot? Yes, I can. You might peace out when you start to suspect that you already had your cock bitten off, and you might plausibly get your own cock bitten off if you stick around. I mean, that's just a different value right there. Like, personally, I'm willing to see things to a certain degree of danger that other people might not be willing to do if it's someone I care about. Like, if it's someone I care about, I'm willing to put myself...
Flares. Now I'll be able to shed some light, or burn this place down.
Or burn this place down. I'm willing to put myself in danger for people I care about. So the characters in the story that are like, I'm here to check the security, I don't know why they would stick around. But like, family members, good friends, loved ones, like, I understand their stake in the story and why they would stick around. It'll be a nice little surprise for them, yes. Alright, I have flares. I don't know what we're going to use the flares for.